Hey, it's Jay, and I want to say, Steph, okay, I love you. I'm sorry it's taken me like 5 months to film this, but here we go! It's the Hamilton book tag. So there are 10 questions and then A through E extras. I'm gonna answer all of them because I love Hamilton. This first one, room where it happens.
Mr. Burke, sir. No. Yeah. Sure. That's a lot less work. Gonna get your debt plan through. I guess I'm gonna have to listen to you. I guess I don't. Where it happens. No one necessarily where it happens. Meanwhile.
So, the first question is Room Where It Happens, a book world you would put yourself in. And I chose 180 Seconds by Jessica Park. This is a contemporary new adult novel, and the reason I want to be in this world is because the love interest is super pure, wholesome, adorable, and I need something like someone like that in my life, and I just think it's like the main character is basically me. Sorry, that cat just walked by doing something very strange. But yeah, I need that kind of guy, and he's adorable.
Stories on Mo. Going downtown, stunning with the poor. Take the Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little do they know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza. Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy. The Schuyler sisters, Angelica, Peggy, Eliza. What? Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like I said, you're free to go, but look around, the revolution's happening in New York.
The second question, the Schuyler sisters. An underrated female character. I chose Ginny from Harry Potter. She's very strong-willed, and she's very smart, and she has a lot of quotes that I find really great. Like, one quote is, after living with, like, Fred and George long enough, you realize that anything's possible if you got enough nerve. And, like, she's this very brilliant witch. She defends Luna. She doesn't try and, like, when Harry breaks up with her in the 6th book, spoiler, she doesn't, like, grovel at his feet. She's like, I understand, go do what you need to do, I'll be here. And then she helps them and doesn't fall into a pit of despair, and I really admire that.
Throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am just like my country. I know I'm scrappy and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm gonna get a scholarship to King's College. Yeah, amazing stylish. Red, wave with no polish. You heard with every word. I jot knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough. A shiny piece of coal. Beach, I'm peachy boat. Only 19, but my mind is older. Cold, I shoulder.
As I was filming that section, I realized I probably should have done this when I was actually 19 and not 20, so that I could have that truth in there. Anyway, number 3 is My Shot, a character that goes after what they want and doesn't let anything stop them. I chose Lena or Lana from City of Ember. Lena is a very driven young girl who knows that she wants to be a messenger and knows that she wants to be able to run through the city and just feel alive, and she doesn't let anyone stop her from trying to find a way out of Ember with the help of her friend Dune, and she just goes at it no matter what.
Congress is right to George, it's like the British forces. We have resorted to eating our horses. Equipment assistance, they don't get your British money, so sing a song of sixpence. Sir, explicit. Outrun, outlast.
Number 4, a character you wish was still alive, and obviously this is going to contain spoiler for Mockingjay, the 3rd book in the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins. Finnick deserved better. I miss Finnick. He was such a good character. He was such a good guy, and he freaking got killed by those mutts, and he didn't deserve that. And I miss him.
Sentences, buttered fences, and then palaces out of paragraphs, who built cathedrals. Rewriting the letters you wrote me, Searching and scanning for answers in every line. For some kind of sign when you were mine. The world seems to
Number 5 is Burn, the most heartbreaking interrelationship you've ever read. Now, this one's gonna include spoilers for the 3rd book of Fablehaven series by Brandon Mull, so if you plan on reading that, then skip this section. This one's kind of weird because there's 2 timelines in this. The first one, they actually live out to be an old couple, and they live till the end of one of their lives, because one of them is an immortal being, but then when she denounced her nymphhood, she became mortal, but she still ages slower than humans, and so she lives longer. But then there's another timeline where she becomes nymph again, and the guy comes back, and they fight together, and like with each other, not like they fight with each other against someone. That was weird. But during a fight, she freaking dies. And the narrator, like in the audiobook, the narrator, the way he reads it is so sad. And it's just like they love each other so much, and I cry every time. This is a middle grade series.
You say the price of my walls are the price that you're willing to pay. And cry, the tears you run and sing when you see me goodbye. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement and you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell.
Number 6, You'll Be Back. The Sassiest Villain. Of course I had to choose Count Olaf from A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. He is really sassy, he's really funny, and he's just the most cartoonish villain ever, but he's great, and I love him as a villain.
With his knowing consent. Damn! Own house, at his own house, at his own house. They're never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now. That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
Number 7, The Reynolds Pamphlet, a book with a twist you didn't see coming. So, spoilers for the 4th book of the Fablehaven series by Brandon Mull, if you haven't read it, which I don't think anyone has. Gavin, a character introduced in the 3rd book, who is kind of a love interest of one of our main characters, Kendra, is actually an evil dragon. And I remember reading that in like 6th grade. I was like, shook. It was great. It was executed amazingly, and it's just, I love it.
After the war, I went back to New York. After the war, I went back to New York. I finished up my studies and I practiced work next door. Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop. Gentlemen of the jury, I'm sorry if you're with me. Are you aware of country history? Oh, Council Hamilton, sit down.
Number 8, Nonstop, a series you marathoned. In 9th grade, I read all of the Percy Jackson Olympians and the Heroes of Olympus books by Rick Riordan, and with the exception of Blood of Olympus, because that wasn't out yet, in like 2 weeks, and like I could read them all in like a week right now, but back then, like, I was in junior high, I had crap going on, and so that was really quick, and I just couldn't get enough of them.
Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Now, everyone, give it up for the maid of honor, Angelica Schuyler. A toast to the groom, to the bride, from your sister, who's always by your side, to the union, and I hope that you'll provide. May you always be satisfied.
Number 9, Satisfied, your favorite book with multiple point of views. I chose They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I loved seeing I can't remember their names right now. Woo! But the two protagonists, different point of views. And then there was a really interesting thing where there was like the occasional chapter from another character. Like there's a chapter narrated by a bomber, by a lady that works at the Last Friend company thing, and I think by a friend of one of the main characters. And it was just a very interesting way that Adam Silvera did it, and I think it was executed very well. And I just loved that book. It made me cry like 6 times.
I put myself back in the narrative. I stop wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not enough. I interview every soldier who fought by your side. I try to make sense of your thousands of pages of writing. You really do write like you're running out of time. I rely on Angelica. While she's alone, we tell your story. She was buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. And when I'm still not through, I ask myself, what would you do if you had more time? The Lord and His kindness, He gives me what you always want. He gives me more time. I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington Monument.
Number 10, Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story, a book series you think will be remembered. I could have gone to Harry Potter because that's true, but I feel like that's the obvious answer, and so I'm going to go with the Percy Jackson Olympian series by Rick Riordan. This is an important series, it's well beloved, and I think like the movies obviously did not do it justice, and so like that kind of dampens it, but the books are just fantastic. Now for the bonus score.
Boy, you got me helpless. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. Down for the count and I'm drowning. I have never seen a fires on the spotlight. Around on a dark night. She stands in the room. You walked in and my heart went boom. Everybody's dancing and the band starts calling. Fight for the rhythm as we whine and die. Got my sister and whisper, yo, this one's mine.
Helpless, a relationship you're pulling for from the very start. And Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. I love Monty and Percy. Percy's a sweetheart. Monty's a little shit, but he's adorable. And I just, like, they're best friends, and I love the trope best friends to lovers. And I just really wanted it to work out.
Longing for Angelica, missing my wife, that's when Miss Mariah Reynolds walked into my life. She said, I know you are a man of honor. I'm so sorry, but I'm at home. I don't know where to go. And I came here all alone. Her husband's treating me wrong, beat me, mistreating me. Suddenly he's up and gone. I don't have the means to go on. The good and kind sir. This one's mine instead. So A was Helpless. B is Say No to This. A guilty pleasure read. I chose Twilight because although there's a lot of issues with it, there's something about like stupid reason holding a big fat book in my hands with it's a series that's fun to make fun of. You love to hate it, and it's just a guilty pleasure because there are actually some okay characters in there, like Alice and Jasper. Jacob's pretty okay. Say, the price of my love, not a price that they're willing to pay. You say, you cheat with the French and I'm fighting with France and Spain. I so flew. I thought we made an arrangement when you went away with mine to subdue. But even despite our estrangement, I've got a small query for you. What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? You're on your own. Awesome. Wow.
C is What Comes Next, a series you wish had more books. And I chose the Underland Chronicles by Suzanne Collins. This is a middle grade fantasy series. First book is Greg the Overlander, and I just love it. It's I love Suzanne Collins, and like this series was just so fun and done so well, and I need more books. Like, I know it's never gonna happen because this series was finished in like early 2010s, I believe, but it's just amazing.
Just don't we rise up, here comes the general. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, the pride of Mount Vernon, George Washington, outgunned, out now. I'm numbered out there. You gotta make it all out stand. You know I'm gonna need a right-hand man.
D is Right Hand Man, your favorite bro TP. Again from Fablehaven. I love this series, okay? Don't freak me out. Is Seth and the Satyrs. There are two satyrs named Newell and Doran. They live on the magical creature preserve that Seth's grandparents take care of. And they just get into a whole bunch of mischief, and they're so loyal to each other. There's a lot of funny scenes, and it's just, I love their bro TP.
Francis following us to revolution. There is no more status quo. The sun comes up and the world still spins. I helped Lafayette write the Declaration, and then I said I gotta go. Gotta be in Monticello. The work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home sweet home. I wanna give you a kiss. Why?
So the final question, E, is what I miss a book series that you were late to reading. Basically the Grishaverse, anything by Leigh Bardugo. I've only read Six of Crows, and that was late last year that I read that. I have Crooked Kingdom, but I still haven't read it. I have the first book in the Grisha trilogy. I haven't read that either. And I know, especially with the relatively recent news that there's going to be an adaptation for it on Netflix, I think it was. It's just exploded into even more popularity than it already had before, and I just need to finish it. So yeah. So that was the Hamilton book tag. Thank you, Steph OK, for tagging me in it, and I will put in the description a link to her video and the link to the original creator of the tag. I can't think their name right now, but go watch their video, check it out, and the questions will also be down in the description in case you want to do this. I don't know who hasn't done this or who even likes Hamilton, so if you like Hamilton, or if you haven't done it, you're tagged. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload. I upload every Wednesday and sometimes extra videos, and down in the description with the questions are links to my different social medias, and I will see you in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.